Hey guys, say hello. Hello, Monisek. Say hello, baby. Say hello. Oh, she's so pretty. They switched places today. They swapped. She wanted to be in the front in her princess attire with her princess shoes. They're so cute. And she's so cute. And here's my little guy. Fireman Sam. He's okay there too. It's unbelievable how great it feels to be outside, you guys. Yes, I look like a bee again, but guess what? Those glasses really help my eyes to be open and see well. It's really bright otherwise. It's not that sunny right now, but oh boy, it's been raining for 3 days non-stop and maybe 4 altogether, or like a week altogether, with stopping and starting. And before that was a typhoon. I mean, it's just been so wet. I mean, anywhere you look is like weeds, and the rice is wet, and I mean it's in water too, but like the roads are still wet. It just cleared up, so I was like, that's it. The babies grabbed a bite for lunch. I haven't yet, but that's okay. They are fed, and so they're gonna take a nappy nap right now and enjoy this scenery. And this is just really pretty scenery. You can see the clouds in the far, how they cover the top of the mountain, which borders us with the next prefecture. It's just really pretty. I mean, the ditches are full of water coming from the mountains. I assume there's a lot of water in the dams too, because yeah, there is a whole lot of water that came out from the skies this past 3 days, and it's been laundry inside blowing with 2 fans. I actually forgot to turn them off before I left the house. Not a good thing to do, you guys. But fortunately in Japan, the fans, after a certain amount of time, they stopped by themselves, and they've been blowing all morning, so they're probably stopping anyways. It's a Sunday. The numbers of COVID-19, I don't know which variant of it right now, I'm not sure anymore, is in town, but there are a few cases in town, and in the prefecture in general, it was like over 100 yesterday. So of course numbers are growing, and it's nothing to do with the Olympic Games. I think there's a lot to do in the Olympic Games, but maybe not in this area. We're like way far. We know people travel and they go back to their families in the Inaka, or the countryside where we are. So those carriers of the COVID are people who are young age. Hello, what do you want? Oh, you want to give the rock to Kai Kai? Oh, he's okay, he has a car, don't worry. He has a car, he's fine. You want more rocks? Or you want to throw the rock in the ditch? What it will be. Okay, anyway, so yeah, it's been a challenge to I'm not vaccinated yet. Husband is with the first one of the Pfizer. Kids are not, and you know, they don't allow kids to do that just yet. And so it's like no-go time out again. It's just stay home. The government had said on TV that this is the second summer where they ask the Japanese citizens to stay home. But the thing is, like, nobody listens to them anymore about anything, because they're not doing anything about it. And there was a whole lot of Olympic games going on, and the Delta and the Lambda are here now, so all the variants possible are here. And if you're vaccinated for the COVID-19, the original one, then that doesn't apply anything to the new variants, so you can get it anyways. So I'm like, what is the point really of doing that? Like, I'm not against vaccinations. On the contrary, I always wanted my kids to get all the vaccinations in their immunization passports done. You know, in the booklet that they put the the data. I always want them to do that, like all those measles and mumps and chicken poxes and all that crap that some of them actually have experienced. So yeah, but this one, like, what is the point? It's like the flu shot. What is the point to have the flu shot if I'm gonna get the flu again? I don't get it. I just don't get it. And it's just tearing me apart, like this whole debate about it. It's like how people go out and protest against masks and against the shots in Europe, and how the family in Portugal that were anti-COVID-19 vaccination, all of them died from the COVID-19 or the new variant. I'm not sure. I didn't really bother to read the article, just read the title on the Yahoo News, I think. So I am sick of it. The first reason is because I'm sick of this whole let's stay home all the time. Not that I'm like super wealthy to go travel right now since I'm not working, but you know, it would be nice to go to the mall every once in a while, just to window shopping, just see the pets that they sell there, have the kids play some games there in the game center, or anything, you know, just anything. Go get some groceries from a different place than those cheap places I always go to, you know. Go to the, I don't know, some kind of park, museum, anything, zoo, anything, man. Seriously, just out of the house. But no, you can't now. Check this out, you guys. So much water going on. So much water. It's so cool. But so it's not like I shouldn't be complaining, because I'm not living in a toy box or shoe box in a big city on the 55th floor of some kind of building in Tokyo per se. But see, I have all this, and I have those roads with nobody around me, and I can do this. I can go out and with the kids, and they can still enjoy nature, look at the dragonflies, collect bugs, eat apples from the tree, and dance in the rain. They can do that, but some people don't. And of course I can't go home. I cannot fly home. Probably not gonna be able to fly till next year. Hopefully start working again and figure out, you know, how to pay for airfare. Family of 7, I don't know, they're gonna be 2, so I have to pay for seats for them too. Phew, it's gonna be challenging, but yeah, I can't go home. My parents aren't getting any younger. They're like, they want to spend time with their grandkids in their last years, but you know, they can't. My mom just told me yesterday when we were talking how, you know, I mean, I didn't really feel like I was complaining. I was just telling her that it's just a mess. The house is a mess. Everything is a mess. Everybody's screaming and everybody's doing whatever they want. There's like no meaning to anything. It's just, and she was like saying something like, well, you're far away from me. Can't really help you. And you guys, both of you, me and my sister, ran away and just escaped, or something like in those lines. So I was like really done with the conversation by then, and I was just like really ready to leave the FaceTime, because I was like, yeah, there's nothing you and I can talk about more about. It's just, yeah, everybody's perception about life and everything is different. And if I made a mistake, that's just my mistake, and I own it. I live with it, and I suffer the consequences of it. It was my choice. Nobody made me. It was kind of like in a trap kind of situation, but I'll suggest my boys to not do that to the girls they like. Hello, angry dog. How are you? That was an angry dog. I hope my kids are okay. Oh, they're okay. Oh, he's sleeping already. My sweetheart. She's getting there too, so that's good. Okay. Now I have to move away because there is a truck coming and he's not gonna let me go first because, you know, who am I? I'm some kind of nobody with a stroller with 2 babies, and he's the dude with a K-truck, the farmer who needs to be appreciated for his hard work. Anyways, yeah, so that's that. And my sister is coming to town all the way from Chiba, which is far, far, far away from here, in the midst of pandemic. And they were thinking to fly over to here, which is like 45 minutes, but like the whole experience of like the airplane is like an hour. So you know, they thought that would be very risky not to bring any viruses here. So, and it's like after the Obon week, which is now I don't even know which days of the anyway. So Obon is probably over now. Monday people start going to work again. So so they canceled their plane tickets and they got full refund because of the COVID situation, and they're gonna drive all the way from there to here. And it's insane to think about it because we've done it before, and we did have to stop in a service area somewhere on the highways and sleep for a few hours because I couldn't drive back then. It was just him driving. So, and we had 3 babies and they were small. They were really small. My third was a baby. Basically, he slept on my chest the entire night in that car. I don't know how I made it. It just was so uncomfortable. But anyways, but they're gonna try to do it and drive all day from 5 in the morning. We can get here and finally see each other, probably with masks too. But I don't know. At this point, I don't really care. Do you guys know how sick I am of this thing? I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. And I have space to go into, and I don't know how people out there do it with the whole isolation and thing. But you know, everybody with their own dilemmas. So today the boys went with their father to primary in church. We took the sacrament at home and they went to primary. And I was told, you know, we could all go and then, you know, we just go straight to the Sunday school room and then from there back to the car and that's it. But, you know, having in mind that I could miss this and could be driving a car full of people who are just filthy language, not filthy, like they just love to talk stupid, and you know how kids are. And I'm thinking, nah, not today, I don't feel like it. I'm sorry. And babies being rascals inside of the... Last time, 2 weeks ago, we went to Sunday school. He brought chairs for the babies, like for the primary room or the nursery room. There were small chairs. Yeah, those 2 toddlers, you guys, they never, ever stopped moving the entire time. So guess how much of Sunday school I really got out of it. It's like, what's the point of me going there if I'm going to be the only one dealing with the twins, while the other parent is just like going around talking to people in church. Never mind the social distancing, never mind all that crap. It was just me and the babies again. I brought them back to the car afterwards. You know, it was just... I mean, I've done it before with 3. And I remember vividly. But like, why should I do that in pandemic on top of that? I'd rather stay home so that they can play at home, and you have no idea what they did right before we left the house. It's just a complete mess. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it like that. No matter how many times I put their vegetables and fruits that they can cut into two in their little baskets, they always come out and spread widely on the floor. And no matter how many times I put things away, they come out and they're spread widely around on the floor. So what's the point? I'll just do it tonight instead of constantly during the day. It doesn't make any sense. So just have to be careful where I'm stepping on the floor. What matters is they explore, they touch new surfaces, they reach new places. Oh, sorry, Kaipi. Sorry, Manisiak. I did not mean to put it that much down. Oh, sorry, guys. I have to figure out how to do this. This stroll is getting really old. And he's really heavy, so it doesn't work with the middle. The middle one doesn't work. Okay, I hope he doesn't drop down. Okay. And my baby girl, because she's in the front, she doesn't want to sleep. She doesn't want to sleep. She wants to explore. She wants to see things. I get it. Yeah, this is my life so far. It's I don't want to say it's a constant struggle, but it is in the same time, because I have struggles with being the mom of 5, and I have struggles with hearing those other 3 big ones just like being on each other's throats all the time, and actually physically hurting each other at times when they get really, I don't know, you know what I mean? And then what makes me even more sadder, I would say, is that after five minutes later, they're back to joking around and fooling around with each other and being the best friends that they are. But then if I interfere while they're in the bad moment, and I try to help them solve the problem or just yell at them to shut up, I'm the bad guy, I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy, and I'm sick of being the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy, no matter what. The father is the fun guy who takes them out to the mall, to shopping for things that they like, because he doesn't really care about the basic groceries during the week and the meals. He's like the guy that goes and gets the McDonald's. He's the guy who gets them books from the bookstore in Japanese. He's the guy, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I remember my mom saying that before. I remember the back of my memories, my mom saying the same comments, but like not to us, but to herself, kind of like. And I was like, I didn't understand why she was saying that. Now I understand, because I'm the mom too. It's like, he's the fun guy. He's the one that they can do fun things and take them out and whatever. And I'm the one that sets the rules and yells at them to do this and that and the things that they don't want to do, So I'm always the bad guy. And last night I got them together in a room, and I sat them down, and I told them that ever since that moment, I've always my goal was always to be their friend. I always wanted to be the one that they could talk to. They can, share everything with, like the one that, the cool friend, the cool mom friend kind of guy, kind of lady that I wanted to be. But that's the end of it. I just had enough. Under the circumstances, in the place where I live, which is completely contrary to my will. I don't even want to start there. But like, I just basically told them that from now I'm just gonna be the mom. Aka the AAK, the bad guy. I'm gonna be the bad guy, and I'm okay with that. Somebody has to be the bad guy. Somebody has to set the rules. So, with that said, it's in force. So this morning there was no like bubbly, happily mommy chirping around. Did you guys have any funny cool dreams or whatever? No. Today that was like, put your shirt on. Your shirt has to be ironed. And the youngest of the three has been, nice. He's been like helpful and playing with the babies. But I hate when after a conversation like that, when I put them in their places and remind them of their chores and their responsibilities in the house, when I have to do all that in a not nice tone, then they become so nice and so submissive and so quiet and so good out of a sudden, That's the only time. And then time passes and then become back there. No. I'm just, and that's not even teenagers. Imagine when they're teenagers and I have two little ones to take care of. I cannot do that by myself. I'm sorry. I cannot do that by myself. This is complete insanity. And then I really totally have to be the bad guy. Because it's just me and them. During the holidays, what do you think he does? He just sits with his phone in his hands and sleeps and watches TV. And thinks of what good food is good. Like men are like that. They just love to pleasure their appetite. They love to pleasure their stomachs and receive enough rest and sleep and enough social media time. And that's what's satisfying. Very satisfying. I just wow. Those people are like wow to me, seriously. Because when you're the mom or the bad guy, there's no Saturday, Sunday, or holidays or vacations, or just 24/7, 365 days a year. You always have to do the meals, the dishes, the laundry, the chores, the cleaning, the diapers changing, the everything. Doesn't matter what day of the week it is. So seriously, I was thinking today when they come home, all four of them, I just take off. I wanted to just get in the car and take off. But you know what? Better than that is just be with my babies. So they can nap. And I can be out in the nature and talk to myself on the phone. Pretty much. It's still rejuvenating and refreshing and better than being in the house. And there's just another thing that bugs me a lot about this whole stupid pandemic situation is like my sister telling me, oh, we might not, before they decided to drive all the way to here to avoid people, be in the car and have their own time and everything. She was saying, we might cancel this whole trip because it's no joke. Like the numbers of infected people in Tokyo area is just crazy. And sent me some pictures. I don't really know how to read those numbers and which perfect. I don't know. So I was like, okay, I would take it. I would understand, it would be, she would probably feel really bad if they brought the virus here and then, we went under it, I would feel bad if I brought the virus to somebody, it's just not really nice. And it's not like with a bad intention, but it's not something you can control either if you're not careful, right? Even when you're careful, people still get infected even with 2 masks on and all the sanitizers and blah. I don't know, you guys. So anyway, I was ready for mentally to either have them or not have them and just keep going, I mean, I would be really sad if I didn't see them. I didn't see my sister. And the kiddos are so cute, but I was okay with if they don't come because we can still talk on the internet and every day and chat and whatnot. So I was okay with that. But then I was thinking the next door, the in-laws' house, full of people from their kids and grandkids from Hiroshima, from Okayama, from who knows where, I don't really know. One is an elementary school teacher. The other one is a student. The other one has 3 kids and came with them and left them and went back home alone. So she just dropped her 3 kids to her mother to watch. And, she's working with her firstborn son every day in his school. So it's just like, what the heck? So okay, just help me guys understand that. Why some people really care about family and about not bringing viruses and just are ready to cancel everything, which they did cancel their airfare, my sister's family. And why other people don't give a crap about it and still come, and even if I tell my kids when they go play with their cousins in the other house and next door to put their masks, one of them I'm pretty sure he does, two of them they don't, one of them, the oldest one, he does, but I don't know. It's just ridiculous. And when I asked the same question, my smart, educated husband, he said, well, we cannot control people and everybody's different. Okay. So, which tells me automatically that some people who care, they actually really care about family. They're different from those who don't give a crap and it's just drop their kids and for the grandparents to watch and leave, and or just spend the, no, I don't know if they were tested or not, because the grandparents, they are already vaccinated, right? They have the both vaccines, and so they're like kind of like safe from what? From the COVID-19 or from the Delta version or from the Lambda version or from I don't know. So please try to help me understand. I cannot understand why so many people care, and then those who don't care, they just do whatever they want and enjoy their life. And why the smart people or the people who care about others have to be the ones who, kind of like have to step back and, protect. And those who don't give a crap, they're just like living their life and just happy and do whatever they want and spread whatever they want anywhere they want. And then, I don't know, there may be people in between, I don't know. But for me, those are the two different groups of people in pandemic situations. Just even when the world shut down totally, and there were still people who refused to, and so it just kept spreading, and yeah, this is the world we live in, which really reminds me of the fact that those are the last days. From my Christian perspective, from what I believe, from what I read in the scriptures, I really truly believe we're in the last days. You know why, guys? Because the hearts of the people will fail them. And I can see that. Yesterday I was watching with one of my kids in it's a grasshopper. So we were watching Dennis the Menace. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that movie, Dennis the Menace. It's really old movie, okay? It's about this George William guy, and he's this grumpy grandpa who doesn't like the neighbor kid, and the neighbor kid is like this innocent, very, very active boy. It's really old movie. I forgot to see what year it was made in, but it's an old movie, and I watched it. And it shows the whole entire thing of, it's not like working moms right now you can watch on Netflix where everybody's like, there is no morals there. There is no morals at all. Just people are doing whatever they want. They don't even make sense of their own actions, and they just pick up from where they stopped and just keep going with their immoral behavior and vocabulary, and still trying to raise families and trying to do the right thing, but like in a very crappy kind of way. And no, I like that show. I have to say I like that show, Working Moms, because it's like wide opening eyes. But Dennis the Menace, his parents, they both work, young parents, and they school is out, holiday vacation, summer vacation, so they have to have somebody to watch him, and because they still keep going to work. I'm pretty sure she had to go back to work after 3 months, and I don't know how people do it there, but my point was, like, I was watching, observing closely the life of this guy George, the neighbor, the grumpy grandpa, and his wife, and all the old style, like the 70s kind of show, like with the wallpapers, they're all like flowers, and he has this really nice desk at home with like collection of coins or whatever, and the wife is out with the apron with the floral outfits and the nice made hair, and everything just reminded me of like something. It's like echoed from the past. It's like, do you remember this life where there was not so much robbery? So when the robber comes into the movie, the sheriff spots him right away, and he's like, you gotta think twice, guys, you dude, about it, because this is a clean town, and I intend to keep it clean. And so the dude is like being watched, but also nasty. But my point is, that kind of lifestyle that George Williams lived in, oh gosh, I would give all my tomorrows for a life like that back in the day, because the world we live in right now is like, what the heck? Can you trust any piece of information on the internet? No. Can you trust even family members nowadays? Probably, but not so much. Anybody could turn their, sorry guys, the cicadas are really, really loud. Anybody could turn their back on you, and everybody could mislead you. And regardless of the fact that there are more good people in this world than bad, the media always turns towards the bad, the worst, and the worst. And so, yeah, I was like, oh, it was a good reminder, watching that movie with my kids. It was just a reminder of, it takes you to a safe place. It makes you feel secure, safe, like all the kids in the neighborhood know each other. They run out on their bikes on the streets. Everything's fine. You're not worried that somebody's gonna smuggle your kid into a van and you never see your kid again. It's like child pornography and child slavery and who knows what. And you read all about the people being kidnapped and kept for years and years and decades, giving birth to children and probably falling in love eventually with their predators, and just having this crappy family, and just this is so wrong. This world has gone so wrong. Do you guys remember when the ISIS people, I just remember that recently, when they got this number one national hero Israeli pilot, was it a pilot of the Air Force pilot, whatever? And remember how they showed on the media how they put him in a cage, and they showed on the media, they had a video of it, how, and then on the media, on the news, the person who reads the news is watching it and saying it for those people who have not strong hearts. And then they for those who want to, they can see it on YouTube or whatever. Remember how they showed everything, how they burned him alive? Yeah, what is this? Where did this humanity goes to? Like, where do we go with this? Like, why do we treat each other like animals and predators and victims? And Dennis the Menace time, you would be walking on the streets late at night. Probably there will be like one or two people that you could, spray them with your pepper spray in your bag, and you will be okay. Nowadays in daytime, in daytime, you could be the unfortunate casualty of a shooting, you know? It could be in a neighborhood where people are shooting at each other, and then this bullet just goes in your head and that's it. You're done. You're gone. You know? This is the world we live in right now. I mean, at least in the States, that's what it is. In Europe, you know, they have different kinds of situations there. I read about back home in my country, in Bulgaria, recently there were 2 murders, cold blood murders of a lady and a guy. I'm not sure how far apart from each other they were killed, but it's the same people who killed both of them. One of them spoke to the media and said that they, I don't know about the guy, but the lady, because she had lots of friends, and that happens in a, you know, city where it's like a touristic destination. It's like, I studied there, you know, for 2 years, and I love that city. And there's this mom's page there in that city, and I follow it, and people are asking, you know, ladies asking each other, do you guys know what happened to this lady? Because I knew her and she's gone missing, and people are commenting, gone missing, probably they're gonna find her body soon, and, you know, chop, and then there will be no guilty, nobody in prison, nothing. Just, yeah, that's the world we live in right now. And yeah, it just makes me cry, like watching those things and reading the news. It's just, everything's about how bad everything is going, and BTS. So I'm like, okay. Some cool Korean guys that decided to be the next Backstreet Boys, and, you know, everything else. Fires in all countries, and Greece, and California, and Peru, and fires everywhere, earthquakes here in Japan, very frequent earthquakes all the time, which they say is better than, you know, it's good to shake every once in a while a little bit than a big huge one every 50, 10, 100 years, you know. So I guess they know their style, they know their seismic, you know, their islands here. I don't know much. All I know is they're waiting for a big one to happen soon. And when that happens, I honestly don't want to be here. I really don't want to be here. I don't want to be here with or without earthquake, actually. And in this family, I mean, I know my boys are good boys. I just don't have the patience anymore to be in this kind of situation where I'm running out of patience for this kind of life, and I want to change it. I cannot really do this anymore. It's like being a single mom with 5 kids, where they give you allowance from the guy who pays the bills of the house and the phone bills and everything, and gives you allowance for the month, and that's it. It's like, what happens if somebody actually really loves you and stands by you and tells you they love you, and your heart gets back all the shattered pieces together, and what if there is a real love in between people, instead of this indifferent coldness and nastiness, I would say. Just like really bold and rude and arrogant attitude. It's just, I don't get it, and I don't want to be part of it. And anyways, I'll leave it to here, guys, because getting tired with the uphills, and it's been a long video, sorry about that. But just my thoughts for the day. I really think we're living in the last days, and I can feel it. I think there is this book that I have been reading for on and off. My sister owns it, but she gave it to me because she doesn't like the things that are about to come up in the future. In that book, it's called Visions of Glory, and the main character's real name, I don't remember, you can Google it, but his name in the book is Spencer. And he experienced a few times near-death experience and some real sort of feeling kind of visions. So he didn't want to share those for a long time with anybody, but I guess they compiled a book, made a book out of it all. And he is a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and he everything that he actually experienced and saw, he explains in the terminology of a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So for me, it's easy to understand. I've read books of other people who had near-death experiences. I watch on YouTube sometimes people sharing stuff, and it's amazing. I think everybody gets those visions, or they see things, in my opinion, differently because of how they perceive, how they discern, and how they take in the world that they live in. You know what I mean? The mental, the baggage you have up here, how you understand the world, how you see the world, how you're raised up, how the knowledge of your beliefs, your personal ethics system, everything that you are made of inside of you, that's what makes you, that's what discerns how much God can show to you in those visions, if you get the chance to have near-death experience. So it's very interesting. I think that's what it is. That's why everybody's experience is different, and there are a whole lot of people who are not Christian people who experience near death, and they come back and they cannot deny it. There is a God there, And then there is other people, like the book I read about this guy. What was I forgot his name. He was a brain surgeon, and he got this infection in his brain and nearly damaged everything inside of his head. So they were not having hope for him to come back and be normal and being able to speak any language really, or send commands to his body to function properly. But he did. He came back, and he called, because of his knowledge, very limited knowledge, only scientific part of it, he could explain things only with that's the knowledge all he's got. So that's all he had, and he called it the great Om or something. I just very interesting. I love to learn about different people's experiences, and having in mind their background and their life and lifestyle, and just very different. Anyways, I'll leave it to here. Sorry guys, it's a long video, but have a great Sunday and enjoy the rest of summer. I mean, I know some didn't. When does it start going in the States? It starts in August, right? Well, here it starts in September, so I have a few more weeks to push until they start going back to school early in the morning, and I have my routine with the babies again and all that. All right, talk soon, bye.